Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Master Zone. Today, I have a very interesting and funny story for you. It's about a girl named Erica who traveled to London and had a little misunderstanding. She was trying to order food, but she didn't understand the waiter's question correctly. The result? A very funny and embarrassing moment. What do you think happens? Does she get what she actually wants? Or does something unexpected happen? The objective of this video is to help you practice your listening skills. And if you want, you can also practice shadowing with me. What is shadowing? Shadowing is a technique where you listen to a native or fluent speaker and repeat exactly what they say, trying to copy their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. This is one of the best ways to improve your spoken English. Here's how you can do it in this video. First, listen to the story carefully. Try to understand the general idea. Then, play the video again and repeat it along with me. I will speak clearly and slowly so that you can follow along. Pause the video after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Try to copy my pronunciation, intonation, and even my emotions. If you do this exercise regularly, you will notice big improvements in your English pronunciation and fluency. Well, let's find out. Listen carefully and try to follow along with the story. And don't forget, after the story, I will review some useful English words and expressions that appeared in the story, so that you can learn and remember them easily. All right, are you ready? Let's begin. I am a student of English. I want to learn English, but sometimes it is difficult. Some words are easy, some words are hard, and sometimes I think I understand, but I don't. Today, I arrive in London. It is my first time here. The city is big and beautiful. The buildings are old and full of history. The people speak with a British accent. I try to listen carefully, but some words sound different from what I learned in class. I walk around the city. I visit Big Ben. I take pictures of the London Eye. I see a red telephone booth. Everything is amazing. But after a long day, I feel hungry. I find a nice restaurant. It looks warm and cozy. The lights are soft. The people inside look happy. I decide to go in. A waiter greets me at the door. He smiles and says, "Good evening." "Table for one?" I smile back. "Yes, please." I follow him to a small table near the window. I sit down and look at the menu. The food looks delicious. I see a word I know, steak. I love steak. The waiter comes back. "Are you ready to order?" he asks. "Yes," I say with confidence. "I want the steak, please." He writes in his notebook. Then he asks, "How do you want it cooked?" I freeze. My brain stops. Cooked? What does that mean? I understand the word cook, but why is he asking me this? I try to think fast. I hear the word how, so maybe he is asking how much steak I want. That makes sense, right? I smile and say, "A big one, please." The waiter looks at me. He blinks. He tilts his head. "Excuse me?" he speaks. I repeat, "A big one, very big." I stretch my hands to show the size. The waiter looks confused. He hesitates, then asks again. "I mean, do you want it rare, medium, or well done?" Now I feel nervous. Rare? Medium? Well done? I don't know these words. I have never learned them in my English class. I don't want to look stupid. I try to guess the meaning. The word cooked means prepared with heat. Maybe he is asking if I want my food cooked? But why? Of course I want my food cooked. Nobody eats raw meat. I nod quickly and say, Yes, yes, cooked. The waiter lifts his eyebrows. He clears his throat. Right. But do you want it rare, medium, or well done? Oh no, he's asking again. I still don't understand. My heart beats fast. I feel my face getting hot. I don't want to ask, what does that mean? Because I don't want to look silly. I make a decision. I know well means good. I know done means finished. So well done must be the best choice, right? But just to be sure, I make it stronger. I smile and say, very, very cooked. The waiter pauses. He looks at me for a second. Then he nods. All right, 1 steak. Very, very cooked. He writes in his notebook and walks away. I feel relief. I did it. I ordered my food. Maybe I made a small mistake, but everything is okay. A few minutes later, my food arrives. The waiter places a hot plate in front of me. Enjoy your meal. He says, I look at my steak. Something is wrong. It is black, completely black. The edges are burned. The smell is strong. I take my fork and try to cut it. It is hard, very hard. I take a bite. It tastes like fire. I suddenly understand. I made a mistake. A big mistake. When I said, very, very cooked, the chef really cooked it very, very much. They burned it. I look up. The waiter is standing near the counter. He is watching me. He tries not to laugh. I don't know what to do. Should I say something? Should I eat it? I don't want to complain. This is my fault. I take another bite. The steak is terrible, but I chew and smile. After dinner, I pay the bill and leave quickly. I feel embarrassed. But also, it's a little funny. I laugh to myself as I walk back to my hotel. The next morning, I wake up early. I decide to go to a small coffee shop near my hotel. I order tea and sit down. The place is quiet. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air. Suddenly, I hear a familiar voice. Very, very cooked. I freeze. I turn around slowly. It's the waiter from last night. He is standing at the counter, holding a cup of coffee. He is smiling at me. I feel my face turn red. He remembers. I don't know what to say. My mouth opens, but no words come out. The waiter laughs. Next time, just say, well done, he says. I put my hands over my face. I start laughing too. Oh no, you remember? He nods. Of course. That was the most cooked steak I have ever seen. I laugh harder. Now I don't feel embarrassed. I feel happy. I learned something new. I will never forget the phrase, well done, again. I take a sip of my tea and smile. Sometimes mistakes are the best way to learn. I look up. The waiter is standing near the counter. He is watching me. He tries not to laugh. I don't know what to do. Should I say something? Should I eat it? I don't want to complain. This is my fault. I take another bite. The steak is terrible. Terrible. But I chew and smile. After dinner, I pay the bill and leave quickly. I feel embarrassed. But also, it's a little funny. I laugh to myself as I walk back to my hotel. The next morning, I wake up early. I decide to go to a small coffee shop near my hotel. I order tea and sit down. The place is quiet. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air. Suddenly, I hear a familiar voice. Very, very cooked? I freeze. I turn around slowly. It's the waiter from last night. He is standing at the counter holding a cup of coffee. He is smiling at me. I feel my face turn red. He remembers. I don't know what to say. My mouth opens, but no words come out. The waiter laughs. Next time, just say, "Well done." He speaks. I put my hands over my face. I start laughing too. "Oh no, you remember?" He nods. "Of course. That was the most cooked steak I have ever seen." I laugh harder. Now I don't feel embarrassed. I feel happy. I learned something new. I will never forget the phrase, "well done," again. I take a sip of my tea and smile. Sometimes mistakes are the best way to learn. Learning a new language is not easy. Sometimes you think you understand something, but then you realize you don't. And that's okay. Mistakes are part of the learning process. In this story, Erica wanted to practice her English, but she misunderstood an important question. Instead of asking for her steak well done, she said very, very cooked, and the restaurant took her words literally. The result? A burned steak and a funny, embarrassing moment. But was it really a bad experience? Not at all, because now Erica will never forget the phrase, "well done," when ordering food. She learned something useful, and she also got a funny memory to tell. This is an important lesson for all English learners. So next time you make a mistake in English, don't feel bad. Laugh, learn, and move forward. You never know. Maybe one day you'll have your own funny story to tell. Language takeaway. Now let's look at some useful phrases and vocabulary from Erica's story. These are words and expressions you can use when traveling or even in daily life. 1. Useful phrases in a restaurant. It looks warm and cozy. Use this phrase to describe a place that feels comfortable and inviting. Example: I love this cafe. It looks warm and cozy. Repeat after me. It looks warm and cozy. Rare, medium, or well done. These words describe how a steak is cooked. Rare, the meat is lightly cooked, red inside. Medium, the meat is pink inside, not too raw, not too cooked. Well done, the meat is fully cooked, brown inside. Example: the waiter asks, "Do you want your steak rare, medium, or well done?" Repeat after me. Rare, medium, or well done. I don't want to complain. A polite way to say that something is wrong, but you don't want to cause trouble. Example: my steak was burned, but I didn't want to complain. Repeat after me. I don't want to complain. Actions and daily life vocabulary. I take a bite. Use this when you eat a small piece of food. Example: I take a bite of my steak, but it is too hard. Repeat after me. I take a bite. I take a sip of my tea. Use this when you drink a small amount of a liquid. Example: I take a sip of my tea and start laughing. Repeat after me. I take a sip of my tea. 3. Vocabulary for understanding and learning. Misunderstood. When you hear something, but you understand it the wrong way. Example: I misunderstood the waiter and ordered my steak the wrong way. Repeat after me. Misunderstood. Burned steak. A steak that is cooked too much and turns black. Example: my steak was not well done. It was a burned steak. Repeat after me. Burned steak. Move forward. A phrase that means to continue and not stay stuck on a mistake. Example: even if I make mistakes in English, I need to move forward. Repeat after me. Move forward. Waiter. A person who serves food in a restaurant. Example: the waiter smiled and asked for my order. Repeat after me. Waiter. Practice time. Let's practice some of these phrases together. Repeat after me. It looks warm and cozy. Rare, medium, or well done. I take a bite. I take a sip of my tea. Misunderstood. Burned steak. Move forward. Waiter. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed Erica's story and learned something new. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you want to practice your shadowing. Repeating the story will help you improve your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence in English. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun English lessons. Before we go, let me leave you with this. Learning English is not just about words and grammar. It's about learning from experiences, just like Erica did in this story. Mistakes are part of the journey, so keep practicing, stay curious, and have fun along the way. See you in the next video.